and welcome to a new series of interviews brought to you by Andrew and Bob, your favorite beer-drinking technophiles. If you follow our weekly podcast, then you already know all about Mavens and how much they have to offer. So we figured we should go out and interview some of the coolest ones and find out what they are up to these days. Enjoy. Hey everybody, it's Bob here, and I got Andrew with me, my co-host from the Bunker Project. And this is the start of a new podcast series we're going to try out called Maven Interviews. Andrew, where did we come up with this idea? I can't remember because we've been talking about it for months.
Well, it came from the book, The Tipping Point, and The Tipping Point is Malcolm Gladwell's best-selling book on basically how ideas tip or become successful and spread like wildfire. And he talks about three types of characters that help to make an idea tip. And one of them is a maven. And the mavens are the experts, the people who collect knowledge and are just a super ultimate resource for a particular topic. Very passionate about their topics and very, very willing to talk about it and educate people on it.
Well, and I think we were, on the Bunker Show, we do have Mavens just for fun and say, hey, you're a Maven, you're the Twitter Maven, or you're this type of Maven, that type of Maven. But I was wondering, the Bunker Show is so chaotic, you really don't get a lot of the value of the particular Maven because it's drowned out by all the back and forth. So this show is going to be a little bit more controlled, more like a traditional interview show. So that way, if we get somebody that is really into something, then you'll really get an opportunity to hear us pepper them with questions and get as much value as possible out of.
Yeah, we'll be able to dig deep and get all the meat out of the out of the topic. Yeah. Whereas at the Bunker Show, it's just people casually talking over a few beers, and it's literally what you would hear if you were sitting in the bar drinking with us.
Exactly.
Because we just flip the switch and record conversation over a beer. That's literally what the show is.
Yeah, except for an hour's worth of audio equipment set up. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean it has its place, but I with some of the Mavens that we know now, because we've been doing podcasting quite a long time, there's some highly valuable people, and have them come on the Bunker Show. I don't think you're going to get the value. You're really not going to get, like Andrew says, the meat of their knowledge base. So we thought, hey, let's do something that's more controlled, a little bit more straightforward, doing it over Skype, so it's more of a studio environment, so it's nice and clean audio, because, hey, let's face it, you want to have good audio in a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, the audio at the Bunker is good audio too. There's a little bit of a ambiance of the bar in the background. But I think the big thing is just it's hard to focus on a topic and really get into it when we've got 9 or 10 people all talking on the mics.
Yeah, well, you get the vying personalities and the drunkenness as well.
Yes. That's the other thing. On the Bunker Show, we're all a little bit under the influence of alcohol, which makes it an interesting evening, but it definitely allows for a lot of digressions, and that's one of the themes of the show, is that we do digress a lot, and we don't really stop it. In fact, we encourage it with a drinking game. So you digress, you take a drink. So it's a fun show to do, and I still like doing the show, and we're still going to do it. But this show is a more, I guess, I don't want to say serious, but it's a more...
well, and I don't want to say the word in-depth too. I think it's more of focused. Maybe that's a better word.
Perfect.
Yay.
A focused show on individual people who are experts in their field, they're passionate about their topic, and love what they're doing and want to share with the world their ideas and their expertise.
Exactly. Well, it's kind of like when Andrew and I get together and we talk about podcasting. It's like blah, 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 blah. I mean, we love talking about, we've got a lot of information that we can get out there. So it's really pretty straightforward doing a show like that. So we're hoping that, once we get better at it, I'm sure we won't be that great at the very beginning, to interview people and get them to basically open up not a, I don't want, when people come on the Maven interview show, I don't want them to think, oh, it's a serious interview and give me a question, I'll answer it. It's more of a casual conversation, like if we were hanging out at a coffee shop or something and curious about what they did. And that I think that's the type of interview I enjoy. When I listen to a lot of the great interviewers out there, really that's when they have a good interview, that's what happens. They basically they're just shooting the shit, basically. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's a conversation. It's not an interrogation.
Yep.
It's not going to be you answer this question. Okay, now we're going on to the next question. It's more of a flow, right? Conversation.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not aggressive questions like trying to make the person look bad or trying to fool them in a way or get them tongue twisted or whatever. It's more just us being curious about what they do, because we don't know a lot about what they're talking about, because we don't have the time to become experts at everything. Like nobody has time to do that. So exactly. That's what a Maven is a person that's decided to dedicate under a specific subject. Mm-hmm. So, hey, let's talk about some of the people that we're going to have on the shows or our first interviews. Sure,
yeah. Well, we've got Bonnie Sainsbury.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Her well, and anybody who listens to the Bunker Show knows her. She's one of our regulars. Mm-hmm. And she's given us a lot of tips on the Bunker Show, but on the Maven Show, she's going to really, really lay it all out. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, and once again, it's like somebody like Bonnie. Gosh, she was recognized by what was that? Was it Forbes magazine?
Yeah, she was given. She was listed as one of the top 20 women social media influencers in the world.
Yeah, that's pretty
and
amazing.
Top 50 overall. So throw men in the mix, and she's still in the top.
Exactly.
I think she was number 28 in the world overall, and number 13, I believe, in out of the women worldwide. Social media influencers. Pretty impressive.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing is, like, we're not going to do just all tech interviews. I think it's more about, interviewing people that are passionate about something. So some of the shows, I mean, I'm sure we'll have a lot of tech information, but sometimes we'll be non-tech.
Oh, yeah. It could be anything. Anything, where people are doing things out of the ordinary or have a passion for some niche topic. Doesn't have to do with technology or social media. It just they may use technology and social media, and we may touch on that in how they've been able to become successful, possibly. But that definitely doesn't have to be a prerequisite to be a Maven on the show. At least I don't think so.
Hey, you know what? We could invite the Brewmeister from Brewmeister Black, because we have interviewed him before in a bar. But maybe we can get him on the line again. That'd be awesome.
And there's no doubt about it. He is a beer maven.
Oh, big time. If you haven't heard that interview, it's awesome. It's a little noisy because we did it in a bar and there was a hockey game going on in the background. And God, we drank a lot of beer.
And we didn't even set up our gear and do it with dynamic mics. We just used a digital recorder using condenser microphones, which really brought in the background noise, but it was good. You could still hear the conversation, and man, you can tell this guy is passionate about brewing beer.
Oh boy, yeah, quite the background too. So we'll try and get him. That would be great. Todd Maffin. Now I don't know if how many people know about him other than the stuff you see on Facebook. He's been promoting some free Facebook programs, but he does all sorts of stuff. He helps people out with social media, helping with posting and reputation management. But I remember being in a seminar where he talked about how to create a viral video, like the technical side of stuff. And
viral marketing.
Yeah, viral marketing. Yeah. So get him on to talk about that subject. Maybe
we'll get him to lay it all out. Tell us exactly what he's learned and what he teaches his students.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who else? Stephanie Scott. I've been running in here all the time, and she's a big person.
In Vancouver, yeah, she's the president of the social media club in Vancouver.
I know, and by the way, that's a great place to go hang out. It's very casual. It's not like a classic meetup. It's more just go there, have a couple of beers, and chat. And if you've got any questions, there's always 2 or 3 people there that are into whatever want to know about social media or technical stuff. And her forte is communities. So she's awesome for that type of knowledge base, like how to build a community and how to approach a community and what is a community. So we'll definitely get her on the show and ask her those type of questions.
Yeah, we'll get her on the show. And also, if you want to see like a flavor of the kind of event that she puts on, we actually did a kind of bunker project on the road show where we recorded a show there, and we kind of faded in and out between their, the meetup they were having, because we had the audio coming up from, the stage with all the speakers up into our mixing board up in this balcony level. And we were interviewing people that would come up and want to be interviewed on the bunker show while it was going on. And when we didn't have someone interview, we would just go fade back into the conversation going on down there. It's a really good one. I'll put the link to that in the show notes.
Good idea. Who else? Well, you know what? We should do a shout out to people and say we're using the same numbers we use at the bunker show. So if you know of somebody you think's cool or you'd like to know more about, give us a ring and say, hey, I really want you guys to see if you can get a hold of this person, and we'll call him up.
Yeah, you know what? You know who I'd like to get on the show?
Who would you like to get on the show?
Bosco Anthony.
Oh, yeah. He's a local great, as they say.
Yeah.
And he'll be easy to get on the show because you say, hey, Bosco, you want to talk about social media and marketing? And he'll be like, oh, yeah, when?
He's an accessible guy.
Totally. I mean, he's a brilliant marketer in the sense that, he hasn't been in Vancouver a long time, but he set some goals and then he drove forward with those goals. And he reached those goals.
One of the best known social media and marketing guys in Vancouver in a short period of time.
Yep, exactly. It just goes to show, like, set goals and push towards those goals and it'll work. So he's the type of guy that does what he says.
His blog was rated one of the top business blogs as well.
So there you go. So yeah, he'll be good to get on the show. So we almost guarantee getting him on. But yeah, if you know somebody else that you think should come on the show, let us know and we will try our best to call him. Who else? Well, Steve Dotto. He's that guy that's doing the tech show. He did the tech show on TV for many, many years. I know he's doing a how-to show on YouTube right now. It's really good. You should check him out. Just Google Steve Dotto. Nice guy. He does a lot of speaking engagements and stuff like that. So we'd love to get him on the show and talk about technology and what's happening in technology and what the future of technology is. Maybe some talk about consumer technology. Who knows? But he would be awesome to get on the show. I've already sent him an email. So it looks like that might be happening, which would be great.
That show is just going to be a big geek fest.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We'll totally
I know you,
out.
And I know what I'm like. And I know what Steve's like. So,
well, the problem with doing his shows, we'll probably end up having to go out and buy some new equipment. Say, oh my God, I just got to get this device we talked about on the show. Who else could we get on the show? Well, we got all our regular Mavens. Who was that guy that we interviewed? He was that startup dude.
We could get him back on, or we could... we interviewed him for a special report on the Bunker Show. His name is
there's
Dan
you. Oh, I'm
Martel.
thinking, Dan, but I was thinking Yukai Chu too.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's down in California still. He's quite an interesting guy, and he's definitely very cutting edge. So, and also Dan, I mean, those two guys should get together. We should put those two guys together because they would definitely hit it off. But yeah, Dan's a very cool guy too. And then here they did a podcast. Didn't last a ton of time too long because they got busy with other stuff. But his co-host was this professionally trained announcer. So we can give him a call too and ask him what he's been doing because he'd be interesting. He'd be very interesting. Yeah. And then another thing is I'd like to call up some of these startup companies that are out there. There's one called Octopost. They're out of Israel, and Ian and I chatted with those guys. He's very open.
Okay, wait a minute. Who's Ian?
Ian Nethercott. Sorry, Ian Nethercott's...
listeners don't know who
it's too... Sorry for the inside stuff. Ian Nethercott, he's a partner of mine, and he's really, really into LinkedIn. But he got a hold of these guys, and Octopost is like Hootsuite, but slightly different. It's... Well, you know what? Let's just get the guy on the show and ask him, why is it different? Why is it better than Hootsuite? Oh, let's get Kemp on the show because he's with Hootsuite.
Yeah.
Kemp would be awesome. Yeah, he's a very
and maybe
cool
Ryan
guy.
too. Ryan Holmes.
Gosh, look, we're getting all warmed up. We got like 10 shows right there.
Yeah, we got to get them on. And then there's a lot of people out there. I mean, there's going to be no shortage of people who could come on the show. There's so many great people out there. David Siteman Garland, I'd love to have him on the show from the risetothetop.com.
Yep.
Great guy.
Who's the guy that does that passive income guy?
Smart. Pat Flynn.
Pat Flynn. I bet we could get Pat on.
Yeah, I'd love to get Pat on the show.
He's a pretty open guy, pretty nice guy.
I'm following his niche site Duel 2.0 right now.
Wow.
Great,
super successful on the internet.
Blog there.
Anyways, as you can say, it was like a show of us naming names, but some exciting things coming up for this show for sure. Hey, what's the phone number again, Andrew? I can never remember it.
The phone number is 1-877-636-1474, and it's a toll-free number. You can call us from anywhere. Won't cost you a dime.
Anywhere in the world?
Yeah.
Wow.
Craig Griffiths has called us many times and left voicemail feedback.
We could get Craig on. Let's do an Australian show. And you know what? I can get some people in Asia. We could get some people. I got this one guy, Dr. Penguin. Oh, my God. Talk about a maven. This guy has been a close-up magician for many, many years, but he's just started doing another TV show. He does TV pilots and goes out there and flogs them. So I've been watching his Facebook posts. So some pretty exciting stuff happening for him. So I should he is a riot. I mean, you get that guy going, the stuff that comes, hilarious. So that will be a non-techie show, but very entertaining. So definitely, as we build up the show, we're going to get lots and lots of unusual people that we're going to be surprised with. But the other thing is we were able to grab the .com, maveninterviews.com. Thank you, Andrew. Well done. So if you want to find out more about the show, we're just building that out. And just to let you know, we will be launching the show in 3 days. It's July 14th, 2013. So 15. So July 17th, I guess we'll be publishing the first show, Andrew. What do you think?
That's right. Yep. This one, exactly. Because, it gives us an extra couple of weeks. And so
the show's...
if you're listening to it right now, it's not going to be obviously premiering in 3 days because you're already listening to it.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, and hey, you might be listening to this a year from now. Who knows?
Exactly.
So
that's the beauty of podcasting.
Exactly.
Time shifted.
Sci-fi. Ooh, we should get a sci-fi person on. That would be awesome.
Educational.
We're going to be building out the website as well. It'll be a WordPress-based website. Andrew, what's the template we're using?
Oh, I really like this one. It's Headway Base.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a premium. That's a one you have to pay for, though, right?
Yeah. It's a premium theme.
Okay.
Yeah. Most good WordPress themes are premium themes.
Yeah, sure.
Because of just what you can do with them and the extra things that you get. And this one, Headway Base. I call it Headway. Well, it's called Headway Base because you can also get Headway themes, like specific themes for Headway. But Headway Base is just the drag and drop interface. So then you can create your own theme with a WYSIWYG drag and drop interface.
Nice. And
it's automatically responsive for mobile devices. So it's pretty cool. I might have to, eventually upgrade to the new Headway that just came out, because basically what happens is when you subscribe to Headway, you get like an annual license. Mm-hmm. So then, but you can keep using it for as long as you want. For the version that you have, but when they upgrade, if your license is expired, you just can't get the upgrades. So my license just expired about a month ago, and they just came out with a new upgrade which allows you to make any block 100% responsive, which is kind of cool. So you can choose whether it's fixed or responsive. You can hide the block, so if you want it to show up on a regular page, but not show up on a mobile site because it's a smaller screen and you don't want it to take up all this extra room that you don't have, you can do that. And when I say block, it just means any piece of content or any could be a header would be a block, and say a call to action box at the top of the screen, that would be a block, or the sidebar would be a block. So a block is just any portion of the site.
Very cool. Very flexy.
Yeah. So it's actually really good, and it's really, once you get the hang of it, because it's a little bit different than regular WordPress themes. It's really cool.
All right. And now, are we going to bother with Facebook at all?
I was thinking about that. I'm not sure. I think, the way I look at Facebook pages is that they're great, but they're only great if you're there and interacting. And so
let's face it, we just don't have time for that.
Well, we have the time, but we also have other, you got your Business Book Talk Facebook page, your personal brand Facebook page. You got other Facebook pages. We got the Bunker Project Facebook page.
Well, maybe we could put some posts on the Bunker Show, do cross-platform promotion that way.
Yeah, I think maybe for now what we'll do is we'll just leave the Maven information at the Bunker site, and then we'll spin it off into its own site once we get some traction with the show and get more feedback and more interaction, say at maveninterviews.com. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then we'll build out the second one. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Okay. So you can check us out at Facebook at facebook.com/thebunkerproject.
Awesome. All right, look at we're coming up in 20 minutes. Oh, and that's another thing about this show. It's going to be a shorter show. It's not going to be an hour, probably between 20 and 40 minutes. Some shows might run a little bit long, but we're going to try and keep it sweet and tight and full of yummy knowledge. So we're coming up on about 21 minutes now for this show. So we're going to cut it short. So I just like to invite you to check out the show. It's happening every second week. It's not every week. You will be able to check it out on iTunes for sure. So basically our first show is coming up on the 17th, 14th, 15th, 17th of July. So then skip ahead 14 days and the next one will be happening. If we get a big backlog, we'll start doing shows every week. But for right now, because Andrew, you've got something going on in your family, and this is one of the things that motivate us to do this. We're trying to get enough shows together so we can pre-organize it and have them all ready to automatically post out. So it gives us a little bit more time and flexibility. And that's something we can talk about at one of the shows if we get into the strategy of social content. How can you build out your content and not have to worry about it on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. Managing the deployment of content.
Yeah, and saving yourself a ton of time.
And just so you know, that thing that Bob mentioned that's happening in my family, just so you think that, something horrible is happening, it's actually not. It's a
wonderful thing.
It's
well, maybe a horrible thing for you.
Well, yeah, it might be horrible for you. We've got a little boy, toddler, 2 years old right now, and we've got in probably late October, we're having two new ones coming, twins. And it's two little girls.
Oh, lucky guy.
Yeah.
Having two girls, it'll change your life. You become a real dad now.
Yep. I have to buy a gun.
Yeah. Not for 16 years, dude. That's what they tell me. So, yeah, that's it. And so, once again, you just like the Bunker Project, it wasn't a social media experiment. And this, once again, is we just don't do shows for the heck of doing shows. There's always a purpose. And the purpose of this show is, can we do a show on a regular basis, record the shows, but actually distribute them and do all the back end stuff less regularly, maybe monthly, organize a month's worth of stuff, and boom, not have to worry about it. Because that is something that I'm sure a lot of you out there are already doing if you're creating content, but some people don't know about that as a technique. Especially it's great for blogs, but for something like this, a podcast is definitely doable. So that is the experimental part of this new endeavor.
Yeah, and so far we've got a pretty good track record. We're at 146 episodes now.
Oh, the Bunker Show, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a long-running show.
Yep. Well, and that show's going to stretch out a little bit more because we're not going to be doing one every week now. We're only going to be recording one Bunker Show every 2 weeks, like we're doing with this show, because what's the point of creating another show to save time? So we're actually cutting down one show, but replacing the missing show with this. So, if you enjoy the Bunker Show, no big deal. You'll be able to listen to the Bunker Show ongoing, and then every second week you'll have a Maven interview you can listen to. And that's another thing we want to check out is to see after maybe 6 months, we're going to start asking people, so what do you prefer? Do you prefer the party atmosphere, or do you prefer the more in-depth interview, or do you prefer both? Because for different people, they have different things that they want to get into, right? And there's nothing wrong with sitting down and listening to some people having a good time, talking about social media marketing. And every now and again, it's nice to sit down and listen for 30, 40 minutes and get some hard facts and knowledge that you can use for your business or your day-to-day life.
Absolutely.
So with that, it's a fond adieu from me.
And we will see you in the next show. We're going to have our first interview coming up in 2 weeks.
If you liked the interview, please leave us a comment via Twitter, but use the hashtag BunkerProject. Or call us at 1-877-636-1474 and leave a question or comment.